How much high school physics can I actually master if I study for only 4 hours using NotebookLM? Back then, I mostly just plugged numbers into formulas, which means concepts never stuck. As an adult, finally sunk in that physics explains how the world works. So I really want to understand it from that standpoint. We'll see if I succeed, because at the end, I'll be taking a quiz and will attempt to teach it. But first, what's my current level? By the way, I know there's such a thing as spaced repetition, but I just really want to see what's possible here. Now I'm going to take this quiz. Satellite orbit. A. Displacement. The hypotenuse? D. Yeah, okay, I got it. Newton's third law. I don't remember anything. Okay, my score is 7 out of 30. The thing is, I only had 2 questions where I was confident that they were right. All the other 5 were just complete guesses. So, how much can I actually learn? Timer begins. Switching to learning guide role. Basically, what I'm looking for here is a study plan-ish. What are the most important topics I need to know? Saving this to notes so I can easily refer to it. I want a mind map now because I want to compare these most important topics. The mind map was just going to be all the physics topics. So we got it here. 5 units. 2, 4, 9. So they're all in this one. Mechanics, motion, and energy. So we skipped this part and we skipped wave sound and thermal physics. So wave sound and thermal physics are not super necessary, I guess, for the next chapters. I think that's how it determined the list. And now I'm generating a study guide and adding more instructions into its default prompt. And I asked it to give me a formula cheat sheet as well. Save that. I want to try to answer the guide here. I haven't learned anything yet. So distance is distance, displacement is distance with direction. Yeah, distance is scalar. Oh, I remember that term now. So I'm pretty close. Trace the evolution of the atomic model. What? Key terms. This is the one that I specifically asked for. Still don't understand the third law fully. Like, I can move on, but that's what I did when I was in school. And now creating a brief video overview. That was actually my plan, is to do that first. I totally forgot.
We're talking about the rule book, the smallest particles. Big picture physics, actually, it's literally everywhere, going through water. This led to early models.
I should have specified in the prompt that I wanted more of like an 80-20 video overview, but I think it was still good. It mentioned some maybe most important applications. Is this the same as the one in the study guide? Yeah, I think that's what it is, right? That's good. I'm starting to connect these topics from different materials, different references. So now I'm going to do a deep dive audio overview. And because of the time limit, I'm actually not going to listen to it. I just want the interaction.
Welcome to the deep dive.
Classical physics, that's where Newton was, and modern physics, that's where Einstein was.
You've got the timeline exactly right.
What exactly are the difference in terms of like the formulas and the rules?
In classical physics, we assume mass never changes, regardless of speed.
That's why FFMA is so P dollar equals MV dollar.
If the mass is constant, which is the
The scenario where an object increases its mass when it's approaching speed of light, that means that it doesn't have much acceleration because it's already really, really fast. So then that energy just transforms into mass.
that is a phenomenal summary of the concept.
In terms of the third law of motion, in that example, there are 2 systems, the swimmer and the wall. But I still don't understand why, if they don't cancel each other out, why do they move? Is it the reaction? Am I missing like the meaning of the reaction and force here?
Force that accelerates the swimmer is the reaction force from the wall.
Can you give me everyday example where time dilation exists or happens? Is it perhaps when you're in the car and it's moving and you don't feel like you're in the same speed as the car? Or is that a different rule?
Time dilation, as we discussed, only becomes noticeable at relativistic speeds.
Let's say I have a twin and my twin goes into a car ride maybe 110 kilometers per hour continuously for 10 years. Would you say that my twin would then go back and hasn't aged as much as I have?
Key difference is the speed of your twin's car. That is nowhere near the speed of light.
After a few days, I finally found time to do the last 2 hours.
Welcome to the deep dive.
Can you quiz me about those 3 topics? And if I do understand it correctly, we can move on.
And they finish exactly where they started. Which quantity is 0?
The displacement is 0.
That is precisely the right answer. If you are driving on a freeway at a constant 65 miles per hour, but you are constantly taking a curved off-ramp, are you accelerating?
Rate of change of velocity there, and I don't
I think you're
know.
asking.
Yes, you are accelerating.
All this time, I thought acceleration is just speeding up or slowing down. At least it never stuck with me that it's also a change of direction.
When you walk, you push your foot backward against the floor, right?
That backward push is the action force you exert on the floor.
Know what happens next? The floor pushes you forward.
Exactly.
What? I don't push myself forward?
You tried to walk on ice. You couldn't move forward.
Why? Because there's no friction for you to push backward against.
The ice can't exert a
So I just tried to do the same thing for the rest of the high yield topics. The later the topics though, the less I dug deep into it because of the time limit, and it will show. I'm really struggling to understand electromagnetism. So I decided to have someone explain it to me with visuals.
If you were to sprinkle tiny iron filings around a magnet, and that's the big reveal. But the ideas behind them are just beautiful.
That helped a little bit, but I don't know if I truly understand and picture. Now taking the quiz to see how much I actually learned. I have a pen here and 2 blank sheets of paper. So the quiz is ready. If the speed is super fast, time or space has to adjust, so they'll get warped from a stationary observer on Earth. Yeah, I didn't really get those C. So it's the same thing when you go on slides and they ask you to have your arms like that. Does the threshold frequency represent? What? Oh, I didn't get to any of these details. Highest. What? So it's not the distance. Induction doesn't, there's no contact. I got 12 out of 31. I thought I would know more, but that is not the case. I was clueless. Most of them are topics that I just didn't get to relearn, because I made this challenge to do in 4 hours. Yeah, don't do that. Don't cram. I guess that's my experiment. Using a slide deck to clarify even more the gaps in my knowledge. Are you ready to learn high school physics?
Yeah.
By the way, he has an engineering degree. Universe in motion. All objects have potential energy. That height is being taken into account.
What about springs?
I'm guessing that's the distance. I don't know. M, V, D. Does that make sense?
It's
Like-
close.
What?
1/2 kx squared.
How do you remember this?